Hi YouTube, I'm Nick, here with a plus 15 2 chest of Iron Docks done on day 1 of the season. This was the second key I did of the season, so I'm going to do a bit of a commentary over this as it plays through, and just talk a bit about the dungeon and some of the mechanics that are a bit tough, and how we approach it. This was done in a pug. I decided to try out a crit for this key. I've been liking crit. I've done a couple keys with crit now. I still want to play around with the stats and my gems and chance as well. So this was the first pull. We'll just send all our cooldowns. Just get them done. The infiltrator summons out the little purple swirly. If you get hit by that, it puts you to sleep. So you got to dodge those ones. Other mobs don't really do much in here. It's a pretty big pool. We got Inspiring this week, so it's not much you can kick and stun during the pool. So I think I held Blade Storm from the first pack because I knew that would be going like back to back quite a bit. So you can only stun and like interrupt the inspired mob. So now that he's done, we can kind of control the rest of the group a bit easier. Okay. Just finishing off this big guy. Does a bit of a pull in on a red and play out. Okay. We get the next pack. A lot of these mobs are kind of close together in here, which is a bit scary at times. Like that guy kind of just got like pulled in just from us kind of being close. A lot of dungeons have been kind of buggy on this first day as well. One of the mobs shoots fire arrows. The fire hurts a lot, so you gotta get out of that one as soon as possible. Just focusing down the big champion there. Okay. So now this is Zul'Gamox. He's the mini boss of the season, or one of them. I think there's multiple mini bosses, but he's the one for this week. He's kind of painful to deal with, so you're gonna move out and stun the little hypnosis bat. Otherwise, you'll get mind controlled. He does his blood siphon, and he has a shield on him. So you want to try and break the shield so you can kick the rest of the cast, so he doesn't heal as much. The shaman decided to send Lust because I guess they saw that we had some cooldowns sort of rolling to get some big damage into it. I think the rest of this group was potentially in like a comms or something like that. So the other mobs are dead, so now we're just finishing off the big guy here, breaking that shield. Nice 3 seconds worth of healing we got to interrupt. Tanks like we're chilling. He's pulling in some more mobs. His HP is kind of dropping kind of low. We've got a nice little stun out on that bat. Had my spear up, so I sent that. Okay, now we're finishing off him. And when he dies, you get 3 stacks of the new stats. So the infiltrator also does like a frontal that if you get hit, it puts a pretty nasty dot on you, so you don't want to get hit by that one. We have a nice big pull here. Very sad I had no cooldowns going into this one. But it's just kind of quite a few little smallies. Dodging that frontal. Healer got hit. He's taking a lot of damage. We just can't catch a break right now. So I had to Blade Storm there, because I don't want to commit my recklessness. Because I know we've got the boss coming up straight after it. So this boss is pretty interesting. It hurts a lot. It's like a two-phase sort of fight. So you gotta damage him down, then he's gonna dismount off his wolf, and then you gotta prio the wolf because he I think he fixates somebody. He kind of hurts. There's more of these arrows that hurt a lot if you stand in them. So I'm just dodging around them. As you see, he's hopped off the mount. He's trying to eat the rogue. Procs the rogue's cheat death. And now he's fixating the healer. I intervene the healer to give him a bit of a damage reduction. Slowed. He's trying to eat me, so I pop my self-defensive. Just reduces a bit of the damage. Now the dog is almost dead. So just finish him off. And there we go. Now we just play the rest of this boss, which I'm pretty sure this boss doesn't really have anything fancies. Actually, I think this Reckless Provocation is if you hit him, I think he fears you or something. I don't think you're supposed to hit him, but I was just hitting him because I had a Berserker's Rage. I could get out of that. Big damage on the boss. We have Quaking this week, so we're playing around that. There's a couple little spicy areas on this dungeon where Quaking is a bit of a problem. It's in the next sort of long pathing to the next boss, and then on the final boss has some very fun moments. So yeah, I think you're not supposed to hit that guy. But this was my first time in this dungeon, so we're kind of feeling it out as we go. And just like that, first boss down. Mount up. Run past. Play could be probably to invis these guys, because they kind of just take a lot of time. But I'm not too sure on what percent they give yet. Trying to stay in my Spirit Bastion as much as possible for the extra bit of crit damage. They're getting close to being dead. These guys kind of hurt the tank a little bit, but he's dealing with it. Big stomps. There's a lot of AoE damage in this season from all the dungeons that I've done so far. So now we've got these like Iron Starlet things that you just like send down there like bowling. Which I think if you wanted to be a bit more efficient with them, you'd like you could send the tank to go group them up. And then you'd get a lot more in like one swing. But just sending them down straight like that, honestly for the most part got quite a lot of the mobs. A lot of 3%. So we're just running down. I'm glad you can mount in this dungeon with all this distance you got to travel. Just waiting for the tank to get in front. Seeing what he wants to pull. Have a nice spicy big pull here. So I'm really starting to feel that crit coming through. Let's see, I got hit by the purple circle, fell asleep. Yeah, I'm really starting to feel the crit coming in on my Bone Grinder Whirlwind damage. It's feeling good. So all these little hatchets flying around the floor from the hatchet tossers. We have double infiltrators just doing their frontals and sleep circles everywhere. Okay, so this part of the dungeon is that guy over there shoots some like missiles across, so you gotta like run to the next safe zone while there's no missiles being shot in your area, and you got to hide behind that wall when they do. So this is where quaking can get a bit fun, especially if you're melee heavy like we sort of were. Everyone's got to spread out nicely. Also still doing their damage. Making light work of these mobs. Everyone's getting their positions nicely. We just got this big Ogron Labourer. Just a little bit of AoE. He's almost dead. We got another quaking. Everyone's falling into place. Okay, so now we're going to check. Looks like the coast is clear, so we just send it across. Lucky we did, because it just started coming after us. Now we've got an infiltrator here with quakings, which is pretty fun. And then we also have to deal with a nightmare cloud in that tiny little area as well while we're dodging missiles. Healer goes down. He just hunks himself up. Set into perfect. Does a vampiric claw on the tank and then just heals for how much it hits. I think it might cleave like other people down as well that are in front of it. Okay, we wait for the rockets, and we go. Okay, we got a little council fight. I'm going to focus the one that has a cast. Just try and get as many of the kicks as possible. Dodging that guy's whirling lash. Guess that hurts a lot. And the flame waves. Don't want to get hit by those. This the little Nisa Nox puts down some like spike traps around you. That if you get hit by them, I assume they do a lot of damage. So it's good if it gets sent out on the range because they can kind of move a bit easier. But I think once we were fighting it a little bit later in this fight, it'll like drop it on one of us in melee, and we kind of just like move around it a little bit. They don't seem to like expire and go off, so that's kind of good. Got the flaming slash going out. Yeah, that does a lot of damage. Gunshots, nothing we can really do about those. Yeah, so we got these ogre traps. So we just play on the outside of them, just to be safe. For the most part, this fight doesn't really do that much on a 15 right now. With the decent Gila we were. I think I was 278 in this one. So pretty well geared. We just gotta finish off this last guy. Dodging his waves, dodging his slashes. Just getting him done. There we go. Rampaging Clefthoof does a bit of like an AoE sort of thrash, I think. It's just out here throwing spears that I think put a bleed dot on people. I don't think you can stun these guys. I think I tried to. Got 10 stacks of the seasonal affix right now. Sparring mob here. Clefthoof decides to go for a little charge. Alright, as we pop all our cooldowns. But that's fine. Finish off this infiltrator. Okay, he's almost dead. Boom. Now we get this flame spitter, which is a little bit nasty, I think. He has a frontal on it. Oh, it just shoots out lava. Which, once again, standing out of fire puddles on the ground. Trying to minimize the amount of damage we take so the healer doesn't have to focus too hard on healing damage and can potentially even do a little bit of damage himself. Sparring mob just wants to chill out there for a second. Wait for them all to group up. Pop my cooldowns. Tank almost dies. This pull was a little bit of a spicy one. Another lava barrage, dodging those, dodging quakings. Good. We don't need that pack over there because we didn't skip anything. So I think we need these mobs here because there's no more trash after you get to this next boss. Another infiltrator here. Dodging the frontal. Try to save my cooldowns here because I know we're going into boss like straight after this. And I had heard through different streams and that I'd been watching earlier in the day that this next boss is a bit of a fun one. Okay, those mobs are almost dead. Boom, and that's all our percent done for the run. Okay, we got Oshir. So this guy kind of hurts a lot. He does a fixate on someone. I'm pretty sure you have to do enough damage to him to like break him out of the fixate. He'll go to a cage and unlock some dogs or like a fell little dragon thing that you got to make sure you kick. Which at the end you'll see why you got to kick it. It kind of gets a bit crazy. So see, he opens the first cage. These dogs hurt a lot. Almost kills the rogue. I don't know if they just have like no sort of threat table for the tank or... We killed them all. Focusing the boss. Decided to save Lust here, I guess, because we had it's like boss straight to the next boss after this one. This is the time to feed. Make sure you hit him really hard, because he is just eating that druid. Freed him after 13.1 seconds. Doing a nice little frontal slash. Definitely stand out of that one. He leaps all the way over here. Oh, dodging the quakes. And there's that Ryla Sky Terror. At first I think we were like, oh, we'll try to ignore it. Boomkin kicks it. We're like, I was like, I don't know what this thing does. We'll see what it does. So we head over there. We just get kicks, cleave it down. Everything's going pretty good. Boss is dying. Get the kick on that one. The rogue had it. I don't know if he vanished or something, or Night Elf ability, but he got out of that mechanic really fast. So one of them goes off, and like that ground effect is so fast, and it just chain casts it. So yeah, keeping that thing CC'd and interrupted and killing it off ASAP is definitely pretty good. I see him. I'm putting in the chat. I say, "Geez," so I was like, "Holy, why is that thing just doing that just randomly?" So now we head up to the last boss. This one's a pretty fun one. Remember doing this one back in Warlords. So we do the fight. So you gotta kill off the little guy first, Koromar. So he does some little nasty abilities and jumps around. I just had to swap off to Skulloc while he's gone, just to make sure I'm keeping some uptime. Get him done. So in 7 seconds, we're gonna get the Gron Smash, which is when the big boss just knocks everyone back to the wall, like this. And now we have to run up, but he's going to do those barrage things, so you got to hide behind the crates to stay nice and safe. And this is where quaking can also be kind of fun, like right there. So if you have like a lot of people behind one of those boxes, you can kind of get hurt a little bit. So the tank makes a run for it, interrupts the cast, which just interrupts by just engaging him like in melee range. I'm trying to finish off this other guy. Boom, and he's done. But now his brother hops out of the cannon. I don't know if it's his brother, but it looks like it. So we just focus this guy down. So we're going to get another smash. So you got to play that smash phase a couple times. But the more you play this, the more comfortable you get with like how far you can make it in the amount of time you have before you start getting shot by the cannons. So I decided to go up to the next one up. Could do a little bit of damage to this guy while he's over here. Now we'll just make a run for it. I'm going to hide. Did the tank make a run for it? Yeah, the tank made a run for it. Okay, the mini guy's done, so now we just gotta focus on the big guy. Got quite a bit of health, considering it's a tyrannical week. Pop out cooldowns. Going ham. I'm gonna get one more Gron Smash phase, even though he's almost dead. I think this one I change up how I played a little bit. I make the run for it over here. Hit by a couple of the ticks. It really hurts, and that quaking timing was not ideal. But I got a roar, so I was like, okay, I can make that jump and I'll charge. So I was able to interrupt that. Can make up a lot of ground as a warrior, like that. And then he's dead. +2. We get to get our loot, get some score. I got some got a stun grenade. Okay, and that's the run. Finished on 16.5k overall. Not too bad for the first time in there. Hopefully it'll improve as our eye level goes up, as we learn the dungeons a bit better and the mobs. So if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let me know how many keys you've tried and if you've had any buggy experiences, because I know I have. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.